Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, welcome, and if you're back, welcome back. We are going to do a traditional Valentine's Day look. I know we just did anti-Valentine's Day. Well, now for this video, we're doing Valentine's Day. So I have the iconic blood sugar palette, and let's just go ahead and dive into it. So of course our face is contoured and foundation and primed. So let's go ahead and just get started. I'm going to take this BMX 430 crease brush. And we're going to dive into Cake Mix right here and put this all over our brow bone and into the crease. And then we're going to deepen up that crease. This is a really pretty neutral transition shade. And if you feel like it's a little too dark, what you actually use is Sugar Cane, which is just a shade lighter. But I want to go for a little darker kind of look for going out. Because that's what most people are going to be doing for Valentine's Day. They're going to go out, whether you're with a loved one or by yourself, you're probably going to go out. Next, I'm going to take this small detail brush. This is a BMX 420. We're going to dip into Ouch right here because I want to deepen up the crease just a tad, but I want to go right into the socket of my eye. I have deep set eyes, so we don't want to go too crazy. We just want to put this right here, right in the crease. And next, I'm going to take this ELF crease brush, just a tiny little crease brush. We're going to go right here into Fresh Meat, which is a really, really pretty dark red, because we want to darken up just the corners of our eyes. So we're going to go in right here. We're going to start by making a little line right here on the corner, and then blending this into the sides and up into the crease. Just like that. We just want a hint of that dark red right there on the corners to just bring a little bit more definition to the eye, because now we're going to get crazy. We want that really pretty, stereotypical Valentine's Day red. So I'm going to use Blood Sugar right here. Beautiful, beautiful red. And this is a BMX 466 shade brush, but you can use any shade brush you have. On this channel, we don't tell you to go buy certain products because you can't pull off a look without those products. Any of the makeup that I use, any of the tools I use, you can improvise and use what you have at your own disposal. This is just to give you an idea. So after we've loaded up our brush, we are going to go right over the main part of our lid, but we're going to leave space in the inner corner because we're going to cut that crease. Yeah, girl, leave one there. So let's just go right here. Ooh, that is so pretty. And you can even take this over that dark red that you just applied. Just make sure it's all blended, but leave some space right there in the inner corner. And this red is so easy to blend out. It's like crazy easy to blend out. And it lays over that fresh meat very easily, so that when it's blended together, it's going to look like a very nice gradient. That's what we're going for. Ooh, looks like I got a little bit of fallout. So we're just going to take a dry brush, and just like all my haters, we're going to pluck it away. Flip, flip, flip. Away with you. There we go. And this is such a beautiful red. I love this red. I really love this palette. I only really pull for it if I know that I want to do a certain kind of neutral look with the neutrals in it, or I want to go red. Like if I want to go really, really red, that's when I pull for this palette. Because you have to love the reds in it, and there's not a whole lot of reds in it. It's a little deceptive, you think, especially with that packaging, that it's all red, but it's really not. There's a lot of neutrals and a lot of different colors in this, but when I'm thinking I want to do a red look, I'm pulling for this palette. And now we are ready to cut that crease. So I have this concealer I am trying to use up for my pan project. This is a CoverGirl Clean Matte Concealer in Fair, or whatever you have, whatever your skin tone is. You just want a good concealer to do this, and I don't use the doe foot. I'm going to take this flat-ended brush and just grab a little bit right there. All we need is a little bit. And we're going to cut the crease. So I start on the inner corners of my eyes and drag it out to where I want the crease to stop. And then we blend it into that shadow that we have. And if you figure out, ooh, I may have grabbed just a little too much, go ahead, just put some on that other eye. Just get that one started too. It's not going to go anywhere. And you can use a brush like this to get a little more precision in where you want your cut to be. If you want more of a finer line, and we're just going to drag it out to about right there. And then I kind of buff it. Just take the end of the brush, the edge, just lightly buff it right there. And don't worry if you don't have a perfect straight line going down. You don't want a perfect straight eye. You just want it to go where you want it to go. I can't think. My words escaping. Okay, now I can find my words. You don't necessarily need it to be a perfect straight line because you're going to blend, and no one has a perfect straight line going down their eyelid anyway. It's not going to look attractive. You just want it to be somewhat straight, but don't worry if it has a little kink or a little wave in it. You can add a little bit more of a wave because when you put your shadows on top, it's going to blend together and it's going to look better. Those are the words I was trying to find. Okay, so now our crease is cut. So when I think Valentine's Day, I always think reds. Obviously, I think pinks, but I also think golds, mainly because they go together so well. But a lot of people are getting jewelry this year, so naturally you think of gold. So what I'm going to do for this cut crease is take this mini angled brush. This is a Luxie brush, by the way. And I'm feeling donor, but I don't want it to be too dark. I'm feeling sweetener, but I know that's going to come up a little light. So let's just go crazy and mix the two. I'm going to take donor first, right here, gorgeous, gorgeous gold, and then more of a bronze, a little bit of a darker gold. And we are going to start by patting this right there on the first part of this cut crease, and then drag it into that red. We're going to lightly pat and drag. Now we already have a little bit of a harsh line, but we're going to fix that. First, we're going to lay down this gold. As you can see, I left the very inner corner. We're going to do something different there. Let's go ahead and finish up with donor. And we're going to take this Luxie 245 small shader and grab sweetener right here, which has a little bit of like a pinky red undertone to it, but it is still a gold. We're going to pick that up and then add it to the inner corners. And side by side with donor, this looks really, really good. And you have a more of a gradual, slight shift from one shade to the next. So it's a great transition shade if you're going to use donor. So we're going to take that same brush, and this time to do something about that slightly harsh line we have right in the middle, we're going to take just a little bit of donor and a little bit of blood sugar, and then run this right over that line to blend these two together. Like so, very light hand, and we're just going to buff right there, and there we have it. Doesn't take much. You just want to tone down a little bit of a harsh line, and there you go. We're perfectly blended out. Now we can move on to the last step for this eye look. Okay, we're close to the last step. I'm going to dust off my little smallest shader on my dry sponge. Link down below if you want one of these. You can get them at Sephora, but you're going to pay a lot more than this little thingy that you can get off Amazon. I'm just saying. If you already have the Sephora points, girl, go get them points. Go use up your points. Go get some more points. I'm just saying. If you want a cheap little, and it does the same exact thing, go on Amazon. So now that we have our brush, back here, chocolate hill must have been in here. We are going to go into, I want to just smoke out the line, the bottom line, just a little bit. So I'm actually going to go into, I think, let's just use blood sugar again. why not? Let's just go red. Let's go bold. So we're going to take a little bit right there. And we're just going to run this along our lower lash line. And make sure you connect it with what you have in this outer corner, or it's going to look weird. And because sweetener is looking really good on those inner corners, I'm going to grab a little bit and do the bottom lash inner corner as well. The very last step for this look, we need to do something to bring out the highlight on the brow bone. So I'm going to go into glucose with this flat brush right here. Very, very stunning white. It is a matte white. If you want a little bit of a shine, I would suggest putting just a little bit of highlighter on top of this, or maybe using one of the whites from another Jeffree Star Cosmetics palette, because a lot of the other ones do have some shimmer to them, but this is a matte white. And I feel like we have enough shimmer on the lids with all the reds and the golds and everything, so we're gonna go matte. And I'm gonna take this and go right here on the brow bone, just to kind of highlight that. So this looks a little crazy, but when I put on liner and lashes, you're gonna be able to see the final look. So let's go ahead and do that.
8:01 p.m. midnight.
So now we are done after that little chip break, because I love chips. But anyway, so I finished up this look using my Kylie Cosmetics highlighter, or highlighter in Ice Me Out. I always forget the name of that shade. And the Smashbox Liquid Lip in Deep Thoughts. But I actually used a little bit of the highlighter to add just a little bit of highlight to the inside of the lip, just to kind of pump up that matteness just a little bit. But I do like how this turned out. It's kind of what I imagined, a little bit deeper and more of like a burnt look than I was originally anticipating, but hey, I'm not mad at it. So if you like this video, please go ahead and hit like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video. And what are your plans for Valentine's Day? I want to know, so shout out down in the comments below and let me know what you're going to be doing this weekend. Also, we still have the giveaway for the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Alien Palette and Pop Socket going on. That will end on the 17th. So make sure that you go check out that video. It's right there on my channel. I'll also have it popping up here somewhere. And go enter so you can win that palette. But this was the Blood Sugar palette, and this was my Valentine's Day look for this year. So I'm going to get out here and go eat more chips. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.